Alright, welcome to Robot Adventures. Kanpai. Children, dumbasses, shiver brains, stupid people. Children, stop watching this. I will not show a new cool Transformer. And I will probably talk about things that you do not understand. So, yeah, it will be boring. Haters, dumbasses, fuckheads, you guys will like to hate, so welcome. Today is June 2nd, 2013. I wanted to make this video to talk about the new Takara Tomy GT line, and in preparing to make this and the other times I tried to make this video, more and more ideas came to mind. The evolution of Transformers, how things have gotten, why they have gotten this way, and why I want to do what I want to do. So, spoilers, I will not have the video, I will not have that figure of the GT, the new GT line. So you can stop watching if you just wanted to see that. So let's see, some backstory, I guess. I started recollecting Transformers in 2003, 2004. The first, I guess, I used to buy them out of the bubblegum machines. And then I bought a Binaltech, the 05 dead end Corvette, I think it was. No, Viper. I think it was a Dodge Viper. And I was like, wow, these things are a lot better than what they used to be, you know. And a little bit of, you know, this is a Wheeljack, of course. I don't know which one this one is, but, you know, this is a Wheeljack, a Binaltech, and a G1 reissue Hound. A lot different. So since then I was hooked. I was like, all right, I like these guys. I'm gonna get some more. At the time, I was living with my girlfriend, and yeah, I didn't want her to see my Transformers, so I tried to keep them secret Transformers. But yeah, that didn't last for too long. She's like, why did you buy another one? But yeah, so 2003, 2004, I started buying these Binaltechs, and I loved them, and they were great, and stuff like that. At that time, well, let's look at some of these figures here. Now we got a Binaltech 10, and this thing cost $36.64. I think this was at maybe Big Camera or somewhere. Here's another one. Here's the 06. And yeah, this is the 20th anniversary. You can see over there. So I bought this at Yodobashi for $41.80. So about $40 for a nice Transformer that, you know, you wanted to collect, and they felt cool and they were pretty nice. So about $40, and you had Binaltechs were really cool, right? I also started buying these guys. These were fairly cheap, but I think a lot of people will agree that this was maybe the second or third golden age of Transformers. Before the movies, came out. The plastic was good. They were durable. They were kind of fun, and you could pick them up pretty easily, I think. And maybe the Transformer hobbyist wasn't as large as it is now, or collector. So the community seemed a little bit smaller, and of course technology. We didn't have YouTube back then. We had forums and stuff like that. So it was a different time, and but yeah. So I started collecting back then, and then the movies came out, and this is 2007. Even before, all the movie hype, it was like, yeah. I think the first line of movie figures was pretty good. I think I collected most of them. I think I missed a few of the, repaints, but I think I got them all. And then we had the subprime loan housing market collapse, with people getting greedy, wanting huge houses, and banks getting greedy, selling shitty mortgages. Because of deregulation and government oversight of people fucking gambling is not a good thing. Republicans, fuck you. Democrats, who are also in agreement with deregulation, are dumbasses. Yeah. So the economy got fucked. The world economy got fucked. Who went to jail? Nobody, because Obama doesn't want to prosecute any bankers. He only looks forward, and he doesn't look backwards, which is a total lie. But yeah, he's a fucking Eric Holder is a piece of shit. So anyway, the world economy got fucked. Prices fluctuated. The price for manufacturing changed. You couldn't sell your item for a profit if you maintained the same cost, the same retail cost, because it costs more to manufacture and stuff like that. So, to try to maintain, I guess, around the same price point, you saw a lot of the Masterpiece line die-cast was being moved out. The figures began to get smaller, and the quality control issues started popping up, and you had a lot more plastic. And it's like, okay, I can see that happening. Some other companies didn't seem to have too much of a problem with that. But maybe the way the Transformers network was established, there were too many middlemen, and the profits were not getting sent up to the upper, executives, which were getting, and they, of course, if there's one thing that we know, we need to give more money to rich people. So the executives weren't having none of this. My profits aren't high enough. So, of course, the consumer got fucked over. We got shittier figures. We got smaller figures with crappier plastic. And if you don't like it, don't buy it. Fuck you. We're going to make money. 2009, we had the Alternity line. And this was a kind of a new line. They had about, I think, 7 figures come out on this line. 2009, 25th anniversary down here. 3780. So at this point, of course the economic crisis just hit. So the lead time to make these things, maybe they had already established these products, and often what they do is they design and make these things long before they actually release them. So we still had a very reasonable priced figure. It was smaller, but it still had die-cast parts, and the molding on the figure was a lot better. So I really like these Alternity figures. Where's my... There's a... They look really nice, and a little bit heavy. The transformation was good. So really nice figures. Vinyltech was gone. That was over, but we still had some nice quality figures at a reasonable price. $40, still a little bit high, especially for people in the U.S., but yeah, we still had a nice figure. Alright, so I'm going to show you him transformed and try to transition into pictures of the new GT line to show you it's basically just a retooling and repainting of the figure. The video and the audio will not be in sync because I don't want to transform him, and I'm just going to show you video of a previous video I took of him rotating around in robot mode. Alright, so there are maybe 3 reasons, 3.5 reasons why I think they have more than doubled the price of this original mold. And I don't think they say anything good about the toy company or the economic situation or the industry as a whole. So, like I said, this thing used to cost about $40. The new MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price of the retooled GT line is over 10,000 yen, which is about over $100. Plus shipping and stuff like that, I don't know what you're going to have to pay for that. So one of the reasons would be that the the cost of making this thing, producing this thing, has increased, and the cost of materials and stuff like that, production costs go up. We have to pass on the expense to the consumers, and so we have to increase prices. Did that price increase double? I don't know. Was the retooling cost, how much was that? I don't know. But there are a lot of I guess things that might have increased the price, but I don't know what was the main cause of it, but more than double the original price seems rather expensive. If they, I'll give you some situations which might have increased the price. The licensing on the race car. So they did have to repaint it using all of the logos from the official race car, and they tried to duplicate it, and maybe the licensing fees for that car were expensive. They also did introduce a little lady race queen figure, which would have increased the price, but more than double the original price seems expensive. That, yeah, they did repackage it and stuff like that. So, yeah, does that add up to twice the cost of the original figure? I don't think it would, but who knows? Something that might not be directly related to the actual cost of materials but it is maybe labor related, would be the recent backlash against large corporations like Apple, which have been producing products in something like a sweatshop, unsafe working environments, and then turning around and charging, high-end prices for things that the people who make them could maybe never afford. And yeah, if Takara Tomy had to relocate its manufacturing facilities, if China, as a developing country, had to start actually paying its workers more, that would cut down on the profit margins because the labor costs would increase. So I don't know what's what the percentage of increases, but double the price seems a lot excessive. Another thing that might just be going on is that the executives just want to get more money, and it's kind of they have their salary, and they're like so many of the U.S. companies. It doesn't matter if you're the CEO of a large corporation who goes bankrupt. That corporation will pay you your bonuses at the expense of having to fire all of its workers. So if it's a money grab by the executives of the toy companies at the expense of the consumer, providing shitty products and quality control issues, but making sure that they have enough money to pay their own salaries, then that doesn't look good either. So maybe that's a reason for doubling the price of the original figure. So it's either the cost of materials, or the cost of the licensing, or the labor, or it's a money grab. But in either case, I don't think it looks really good for Takara Tomy. And like I said, in the end, it's the Transformer fan who wants to have a nice figure, but it's kind of put out of the purchase bracket by the high cost. So I don't like that. But you know, that's why I'm thinking 3D printers will be the end to this. People will just start making their own stuff. I don't know how easy it will be for people to start entering into head-to-head against the big boys. A robot looks like a robot, and maybe you'll just get buried under a bunch of copyright infringement lawsuits and stuff like that. Make it very difficult to enter the market as a new manufacturer, but yeah. So yeah, I'm not supporting this new line. I like it. You know, if I see it for more than half price, you know, when it comes down to about the 40, even 50 buck range, I might pick up one or two. But the way it is now, you know, each figure costs over $100. I think that's just crazy. It's just a retooling with a little bit of extra plastic for the Microman lady race queen. So I think it's a short-sighted step, and I don't I wouldn't recommend anybody who isn't a super drift race car rally, whatever kind of cars they are, fan to support any of that. But probably the collectors, like, yeah, I got it, you know, and, you know, 10 years it's going to be such a rare item, yeah. But it's at the expense of the Transformers fans, so it's kind of shit. Alright, guys, I think that's all I wanted to say about that new line. I guess I'll throw up something new that I've been working on, but I'll talk to you guys. Oh, I think maybe next video I'll talk about Transformers 4. So that seems to be the current topic, but I'll give you my thoughts on that. Alright, guys, talk to you later. Bye bye. Come back.